Hey Ranger Nation, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to talk about the subject of why didn't they use the movie suits from the 95 film in Power Rangers, because obviously they had season 3 coming up and they could have easily have done it instead of the metallic armor. So I'm going to kind of discuss why they didn't and stuff like that. But if you like this sort of content and you want to hear and see more, then hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. And let's just jump straight into it. In 1995, the movie Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was in the big cinemas because it was a global phenomenon. So of course they had to make a film. Now this was all shot in Australia, as well as some parts of the TV show was also in Australia. So you could have easily have had the suits go with it. So why didn't they? Now one of the main things I think is it's the rights to the actual suits. Now, seeing as this wasn't done by like the normal company, it was done from what I remember of Fox. So they obviously put all the money, so therefore it became their property, which again is absolutely fine. So I think this is one of the things that they didn't want the movie suits to go into the TV series, because they spent a lot of money, and therefore when you thought about the suits, you'd instantly think the film and not the actual TV show. So my main thing is, yeah, they didn't want to confuse people whatsoever. So this was a major big thing for them, and they thought, why not? Now, if it wasn't to confuse people, I completely understand, but I do think it's a complete waste of money to let those suits, because they look kind of cool. I didn't really like Rocky's visor one. That was weird. So I do kind of understand that one. It would have made more sense to use the metallic armor as the movie suits rather than the kind of the spandex shiny stuff that we know today. Because to be fair, the glitter, it's fine, but I would have much preferred. Now, just thinking about this just now, I can understand that if Saban thought, well, if this is a movie right thing, then obviously they didn't want to have to kind of give more money towards Fox for using it when they needed to, and also any toy sales could have majorly impacted that as well. Now, if they did use this and put it into it, I think we would have seen these suits would have either done two things. One, become the new Mighty Morphing suits, where everyone would be like, oh my god, this looks really, really cool. Or two, we would have seen a lot more episodes with the metallic armor than we would have seen. Like, I think you only see it maybe like a couple of times within the show, and that was it. Now, I do think that to get more money and obviously make more toys of this, I personally feel like we would have had a story arc on how to get the metallic armor, rather than like say Zordon giving it as a power up. And I feel like we would have got something like the Ninja Quest arc, where obviously the Rangers get the Ninjetti powers, etc, etc. So me personally, I do kind of think that we would have had a massive story arc where the suits would have been lost on another world, or they would have had to have got it, which would have made more sense to me. Now, I do also kind of think that this was a rights issue, where the studio wouldn't give them the thing, even though it's Saban's property, but they were like, no, we funded this, we're not allowed to do it, so you can't use this due to the rights, so therefore they couldn't use it whatsoever. But if it was down to money, it was like, hey, if you pay us, say, £1 million or $1 million per time you use this, then I think that Saban would have gone, do you know what? As much as we like it, we'll just make something completely different. But we all know that Saban was very cheap in making this thing, hence he didn't want to pay the actors a lot of money. And even though that he was raking it in with with everything else, I feel like he would have just gone, nope, we'll find a different way, or we'll give a new one, a spray paint to the helmet, you know, some new suits and stuff like that. So yeah, I generally think it's more of a rights issue than kind of anything, which is a shame, because I would have loved to have seen the movie suits actually in the actual continuity of the show, rather than it be a completely different dimension. But for that, I'm gonna leave it there. So in conclusion, as I wrap the video up, I do think that we would have got something completely like looking like it completely. I think that if they had the suits in the TV show, then this would have been, as I say, a whole new arc. They would have used it a lot more, if not transitioned to using these suits much later on. But I kind of think that would be the main point on that one, as I feel that, you know, if they couldn't ship them, if they got damaged or whatnot, or they just weren't up to scratch, that the actors couldn't really move in them, maybe that could have been a big problem as well. So that's the reason why they didn't use it, and why they just kind of stuck with the spandex. But I think seeing the metallic armor as the movie Ranger suits would have been a lot of fun. I think a lot of people would have gone, oh my god, that's really cool. They've just used the same stuff from the film because obviously they've paid for it. But I also kind of think it would have been a hindrance, and they either, if they didn't really use it that well, then you wouldn't get it because you had really like kind of weird hand movements and stuff. Yeah, but instead we got the ninjetti as the ninja powers. So kind of okay with that one. But I'm going to leave it there. What are your thoughts? Would you have liked to have seen the metallic armor as the movie suits? Would you have liked them to use it, or did you hate them? Let me know down below in the comments. And while you're down there, hit like, favorite, comment, and subscribe, and check out the merch. I know that's quite a lot, but I believe you can do it. I believe in you. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.
チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。以下のリンクから商品を入手することができます。